Konami has actually done it. Konami has finally done what people have been wanting for a long time. Konami has finally decided to print full art cards into the Yu-Gi-Oh TCG and the OCG that's not Rush Duels. But what are full arts? Well, as Trick Williams from NXT would always say, let's talk about it. So, full arts are basically, they're basically, how can I describe it? If you guys have ever played Duel Links, and you guys play the, I'll actually go on to Duel Links and show you guys. So if you guys have ever played played Duel Links, it literally is a very interesting concept. Let's see. Excuse me. Alright. So full arts, if I can find a good one. So here's a really good example of a full art card. Blue Eyes White Dragon, which is apparently a legend card, which apparently legend cards you can only use one copy of each card type. So this is basically what a full art looks like. And apparently Konami has actually decided to do has actually decided to do full art cards in a brand new set that will be available to both the TCG and the OCG at a later time. But let's talk about it. So the name of this new set will be known as Limit Over Collection. And apparently these are special packs that will be released over the course of I believe February and March of next year, if I am reading this correct. Hang on, guys. Adjust my seating. Move the tripod. There we go. Sorry guys. I had to get in frame here for a second. Anyway, so again, as I mentioned, the name of the set is Limit Over Collection. And this is the official statement by Yu-Gi-Oh! Japan via YG Organization, by YG Organization via Yu-Gi-Oh! Japan's website. So here's what it says. Well, look who's stealing Rush Duel's homework. The special... That's actually a very funny way of putting it. The special packs Limit Over Collection The Heroes will go on sale February 28th, and Limit Over Collection The Rivals will go on sale March 28th, February 28th, March 28th, featuring cards in the style and image of the heroes and rivals of the franchise. These packs introduce over-frame cards whose card design features illustrations exploding off the artwork frame. A brand new dazzling feature for the OCG, and among overframe prismatic secret rare cards, there will be a super limited number of cards with serial number serial number on them. Also, many cards that first debuted in the various animated series will finally be brought to the OCG, while a ton of reprinted cards will be included with brand new illustrations. Limit Over Collection The Heroes will be released February 28th, 2026, and for those in Japan, it will be 385 yen per pack of 4 cards, and it will feature 15 packs per box. So 385 yen times 15, that's about what? That's about what? Maybe I'd say what? Maybe I would say a little over 65,000 yen, maybe a little over like what, 6,500 yen perhaps. So I would say about 6,500 yen, I would say. And then Limit Over Collection The Rivals will be released March 20th, 2026. Apparently March 2028, somewhere around there. Excuse me. Both sets will feature 80 different cards, 38 ultras, and 42 super rares. All ultra and super rare cards come in secret rare foiling or prismatic secret rare foiling. A select number of cards come in collector's rare, foiling, or ultimate rare foiling. Among the 80 cards, 18 of them will come in the new overframe card design. Overframe cards are ultra rare or prismatic secret rare. Okay, so it mentions literally the third paragraph of this article reads again, also many cards that first debuted in the various animated series will finally be brought to the OCG, while a ton of reprinted cards will be included in brand new illustrations. Okay, let's just think about that for a second, because there are so many different archetypes that we are still missing to the TCG. For one, we're still missing a shit ton of darts cards from the Waking the Dragons arc. We're still missing a shit ton of Raphael's cards from that exact same arc. We're still missing Alistair's cards as well. I think we're still missing cards like Air Fortress Ziggurat, Toy Robot Box. We're still missing a lot of cards. But one of the most iconic characters from the Waking the Dragons arc is none other than Valen. We're still missing his cards as well. His armor cards is an archetype that players have been wanting to see get printed for years. Ever since that arc was first... Ever since that arc first aired on TV many years ago, players and collectors have been wanting that archetype to get printed, but we never got it because well apparently Konami thought that it should never be printed in the first place. At least that's what people at least that's what people believe. But honestly, this is a huge ordeal because when you think of the Waking the Dragons arc, when you think of Valen, you think of Joey, Alistair, Kaiba, Raphael, you think of the Pharaoh. When you think of darts, you think of both Kaiba and the Pharaoh together. There are so many cards from that arc that we're still missing, including also the what if. What if Tamias and Poison Butterfly merged together? What would the monster be? What would the fusion monster have been like? That we don't know, but we could potentially find out in in these sets we could potentially find out. But when you think of darts, we're still missing the remaining two layers of the sealed Orichalcos. We're still missing Orichalcos Deuteros and Tritos as well, which both had given darts a massive advantage. At least for a time anyway. But I will say that this set is going to be very, very interesting because the full art cards, the over frame cards, we really don't know what the overframe cards are going to be. There's really no telling. It could be Stardust Dragon, it could be Dark Magician, it could be it could literally be the seal the seal Vorticalcos. It could be Blue Eyes White Dragon. It could be the Ayatamias. It could be Elemental Hero Neos. It could be literally anything. And this is one set that fans have been clamoring for years, and Konami is finally listening. Now comes the question: what cards are going to be in the set? And unfortunately, because that we are still a few months away from the Heroes set being released, it's hard to predict what cards we could see in that set, and it's also hard, and it'll also be hard to predict what cards we will see in the Rivals set. I mean, honestly, I'm pretty sure that we could potentially see Valens cards get printed. I know that Raphael still has a few cards that we're still missing. Alistair still has cards we're missing. I think we've seen pretty much every single card from Kaiba, Joey, the Pharaoh, Marek. We've pretty much seen cards from everybody except for I think for darts, Raphael, Valen, and Alistair, and I think a few others from some of the other eras of the franchise. I know that with the only one I could think of that was still missing would probably have to be Harpy Lady Sparrow formation. I think that's the only one that we're missing from her. And I think Arrow Nails. I think her equip spell Arrow Nails, which I think those are the only ones we're missing. I'm not entirely sure, but it did. But I mean, the article says that we'll be getting new cards. So again, it's possible. It is very possible that Valens cards can finally get printed after 20 years. The rest of Dart's cards can finally be printed. Only time will tell. However, I will say this: if Valens armor cards do get printed, I can honestly say that the armor deck might just be the biggest threat to the entire Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG because you guys saw how strong his deck was against Joey. He literally threw everything at Joey, including the kitchen sink. And speaking of Joey, it just dawned on me there is still one card that Joey played that we're still missing. Big Bang Dragon Blow. I get it. It is a very sus name. The name is super sus. I totally get it. But I don't know if Konami is actually going to name it that, or if it's going to be named something else. If Konami is smart, they'll actually name it that because it'll be considered a meme and it'll be funny. it's still too difficult to predict. It's still too early to predict what we could see in both these sets. But as far as the heroes set goes, I think pretty much every single card that all of the heroes played, they're there. We literally have them. We literally have them in the TCG. We've got Neos, we got Dark Magician, we've got the Ayatamayas, we've got DMG. We literally have everything. But the villains, we're still missing a few. We're still missing a few. I think Pegasus could potentially have new cards. I could be wrong, but I think that might be the case. I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure, but I will say that this is going to be one of the most hyped sets. Actually, both of these sets are going to be two of the most hyped sets that Konami has ever released in a long time. I would say just as hyped as Phantom Nightmare, because Phantom Nightmare gave us new Yubel support, which we had been clamoring for years, and it's still a very powerful strategy to combat against. That being said, I'm going to close out this video by saying this: no matter what new cards we will get in either of these sets, both these sets are definitely going to be sets that we are going to be wanting to get our hands on, and probably gonna want to get those overframed cards graded to PSA. Very possible, but only time will tell. But with that being said, that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more Yu-Gi-Oh topic videos in the future, then be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.